Here's the fact, sympathy and suggestion technique. Now, I like this. I've tried other techniques, but I like this particularly because when you're caught off guard, on the hoof, so to speak, you can become more assertive by putting this 3-stage process into play. And it does fit around a lot of different scenarios. So the fact, sympathy and suggestion technique, the first bit is where you depersonalize the situation. We often go in and start off with you're doing this, or you should be over there, or you should do this. And the word you is highly personal, I think you'll agree. So we need to think about dropping the you in our approach. When we go to the suggestion or sympathy part of this technique, we have to show an element of understanding. So we've come to a person, they're doing something we don't want them to do. We're not going to personalise it. When we've addressed it, we then say we know why they're doing this thing that they shouldn't be doing. So your sympathy shows the human nature. It also shows you're not in it for a fight. The third part is where you get a solution to the problem. So the first part is when you identify the problem. The second part is you show sympathy about the problem. And the second part. And the third part is where you find a win-win, a solution. So remember, these are the things that help. Stick to the facts. No one cares about your opinion, unfortunately. Long-winded explanations about what's right and what's wrong is not appropriate in a conflict scenario. You should say what you want. Tell students what they should be doing and remind them. So let's try and fit this approach around a couple of scenarios, okay? Now, I work in further education, so my students are a bit older maybe than yours. We have smoking areas at college. That's a common problem across colleges, that students smoke in an area that is not a designated smoking area. And another problem everywhere in the land is that people are noisy in common areas where they shouldn't be, where it should be quiet, a quiet area. So let's look now how we can apply this strategy around those scenarios. So the 3 steps here: smoking. When you approach students who are smoking in a non-smoking area, here are some ideas how to do that. So you state the fact. You state the fact. This is a non-smoking area. You don't go in and say you are smoking in a non-smoking area, because that's personal, isn't it? If you say you, it's personal. So by saying this is a non-smoking area, it's not personal, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about the smoking area. Now your sympathy to why this student has decided to break this rule, you have to dig deep, I will admit, but the sympathy could be a number of things. I realise you may be short of time. I know it's raining. I expect you've got a long way to walk. Whatever it is, it's your job to show the sympathy. That tells the student you're not in it for a fight. You know why they've broken this rule. And then the suggestion, you have to give a choice of two solutions. In order to get it right, they can choose one of 2 things. So in the smoking scenario, could be you must either put out the cigarette or move to the smoking area. So that's their choice. Now the reason that it's important to give a choice of 2 is because if you said put it out and they said no, then you've got nowhere to go. You've backed yourself into a corner. Then you could carry on saying, yes, I want you to put it out. And they could say, no, I'm not going to. You can't make me. And so it goes on and on and on. Mostly that scenario is so that the student doesn't lose face, that they still feel they've got the control. By offering a choice of 2, you're giving them a bit of control. You're saying you can put this right, you can either do that or you can do that, you decide. So that's the 3 steps for the smoking. And think about how you can fit this around your own scenarios. We provide fantastic training courses for teachers, trainers and support staff. Visit the website. We have regular free challenges. It's absolutely free to take part in. Enroll onto one of the wide selection of our titles or visit our online shop. Why not then subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular uploads of informative webinars.